All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's lair. I'm your host, Larry, the samurai immortal Chupacabra, here today, and yes, we are back. Your pal Larry has returned for some more PS4 action after kind of leaving the Bloodborne series on a cliffhanger. We'll be finishing up that series not too long from now, but to start back my adventures in the realms of PS4, we're gonna do some Nioh and probably some of The Last Guardian. Alright, so to the far east lies Zipangu, a land brimming with golden palaces and sparkling jewels. Kublai Khan, ruler of the Mongol Empire, sent a large army there, but the warriors of Zipangu used magic murder stones to put up a strong defense. The Travels of Marco Polo, king of the swimming pool, like kids' games.
Amrita. Some call it a miraculous stone. The Philosopher's Stone. The Queen of England remains locked in combat. With Spain, the country where the sun never sets, for control of the entire world. Her forces weakening with every battle. The Queen and her inner circle turn to divination and alchemy, hiring pirates like us to find Amrita for them. With that power, they managed to defeat the invincible Spanish Armada. But now it seems they want to keep their methods a secret.
So we start out in the Tower of London because we're one of the pirates that have been getting Amrita for the Queen. But unfortunately, the British government does not want people to know that they have crazy murder magic. So they're killing everybody. And we start out in the Tower of London, which is an imposing fortress built by King William I in order to keep London safe. It has since gone on to be used as a prison for traitors and execution grounds for criminals. Londoners believe that if the many crows living within its walls were to abandon it, the tower would collapse and London itself would be destroyed. Does that mean, like, physically the crows are holding up the structure, or if the crows don't eat all the dead bodies, the social construct of killing people for flimsy reasons will unravel at the edges? I don't know. So yeah, we are going to be escaping from the Tower of London on a dark and stormy night. What a terrible night for a Castlevania curse. Then again, I've never actually played any of the original Castlevania games and wasn't really into the new ones, so I'm not really the best person to ask about that. So here we are, Pirate Central. With that totally not suspicious glow like Amrita. Oh, would you look at that? Navi grew up and got some tits. Good for her. I always figured that fairies in the Legend of Zelda universe grew up and became lollies. Alright, so to help with our weird floating sidekick, we need to escape from this prison. And she's just like, have you tried beating down the wall? It's literally made out of just rocks thrown together. It's a literal piece of shit, Larry. Well, I don't mind if I do, my dear. Oh, look, free dead guy. Okay, so now we have a way out because the dead guy is not currently being guarded. And I thought it was interesting is that this game is kind of a lot like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. You remember that show? It's basically the idea in that is you have a world that's being run by powerful alchemists that have mastered the ability to channel human life essence or your soul into a device that gives them profound regenerative abilities and also, like, untold power. And in this case, you also get the ability to hear some of the memories of people as you absorb their life force, which I thought was kind of cool. So if we go in here and talk to this guy...
I guess yourself was your only savior.
Yeah, so... I don't know, I liked that. It was a nice touch. Like, if you're gonna absorb people's life force, you'd get a little piece of them along with it, which was... It makes sense, it does. So now our goal is we just kind of need to escape from here and equip whatever random hobnob gear that we find, because I don't know if you're aware of the history of the Tower of London, but pretty much everybody who worked here was a giant pile of dicks, and I'm just like a discount porn star right now. I have like no clothing. They just let me sit here cold and sick in the cell until they're ready to stab me to death. Although I guess if you're just intending to kill somebody, like, there really wouldn't be a point in clothing and keeping them, you know, comfortable 5-star resort style, but I don't know. The British have a long history of torturing the shit out of people. Then again, I guess every civilization probably does. Oh look, got a little guard coat now. We're a fashionista of the... What time period would you say? Colonial? Is that a good time period for this? I forget. All these weird, like, names for different time periods have always kind of mixed up in my head, but this has got to be the most, like, Japanese pop star singer shirt that I have ever seen. So, anywho, I want to kill this guy. Hey, buddy, what you doing? You don't want to get stabbed, do you? That would just be a shame. Hey, did your mother ever tell you not to play with crossbows indoors? Or sort of indoors, I guess? I mean, don't judge me. You're not my real dad. But yeah, is that a real coat? Was that designed off of that? Because that just seems more like a clan crest from Japan or something. Who knows? Hey, buddy. Oh, did you? Did you see me? Did you see me be a real boy? Ow. Fuck you. You're an asshole. Alright. Killing more than one person at a time, definitely not ideal, but this guy ran out of stamina, so that's gonna make my job of killing him a little bit easier. Hey, buddy. Now, this game really likes it if you block or parry and then dodge around a little bit. But I just have found that playing this game like you play a Dark Souls has not steered me wrong so far. Except for getting a little bit greedy. That has steered me wrong on several occasions. But for everything else, we've got some free medicine, and one of these guys dropped just a straight rock. Like, we can literally just throw rocks at people now. So that's a thing. Still looking for the way out of here. That's our eventual goal. It's kind of hard to see in this game. I'm wondering if I need to turn up the brightness a little bit, but this is calibrated to what the game recommends, so oh, shit. You spooked me there, you weird little sprite. Jesus Christ. So instead of bonfires in this game, you get things like this altarpiece, and it's exactly like a bonfire. You run up and you save at it, and then it resets all of the enemies in the vicinity. And I won't kill these guys yet because I can do a really sweet, like, plunge attack, so I'll do that in a second. But yeah, like, I thought, for people who say this isn't really a Souls game, that altar works exactly like a bonfire, so it's a Souls game. It's a Soulsian game. Maybe not directly a Souls game, but it does the trick. Get some more healing material. Ooh, there's a people in here.
Can extract from this country, Kelly.
Indeed, the pirates have served their purpose.
The death of the leader of Japan will spark a war and a wonderful opportunity to acquire more Amrita.
Once tomorrow's execution takes place, we will get our hands on a compass that will lead us to that Amrita.
With enough Amrita, we could subdue Spain, perhaps even the world.
The day when England reigns supreme is near.
Alright, so these guys are looking to use Amrita to create unstoppable armies of Philosopher Stone wielding monsters.
We must find them before.
And I was correct too. It seems like this is exactly
But Kelly, you will
like the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood show,
would be to our
where...
advantage to keep the wars.
Yeah, here we go.
We cannot gain Amrita if blood does not flow.
So yeah, if blood doesn't flow, we can't get more Amrita, which kind of implies that Amrita is gained from the life force or blood or gore or sacrifices of human life. Alright, that's kind of cool.
Such noise.
Oh, quiet in there, you. I'm killing your friends. No need to be judgmental in there. So if you watch the trailer cinematic for this game, that guy in there looks very familiar. Mostly because he looks like one of the weird sorcerers from the Conan series. Like, I'm not talking about, like, the remake. I'm talking about Conan the Barbarian, the original, not that crappy, upgraded version that we don't talk about. So, now that I've killed this guy, if I go back in here, that room that I said I wasn't gonna kill those guys in was right down here. And I can do a plunge attack and stab the shit out of this guy. So now I'm all sorts of fancy. Although I think I missed a free hat upstairs, which is unfortunate. Ow, you son of a bitch. I'm trying to sneak into your attacks, but I'm getting caught on these pillars. But yeah, so you can do shit that's very much like Dark Souls again, where you can do plunge attacks if you're diving down onto somebody. Which, as it would happen, is a fantastic way to cheese certain enemies. So that's pretty fantastic. And now we have epic battle axe. I did not get this the last time I was in here. I got like a regular kind of like slightly upgraded battle axe. So let's swap to that bad boy for a sec. That's gonna be awesome. So this is a slower weapon. I don't always like slower weapons, but it also hits like an absolute freight train. So I think I'm gonna hang on to it for the moment. And one of the few things I don't like is to hot swap your weapons, you have to hold down R1 and then move them back and forth or up and down. And that was definitely not conveyed by the game as to how you swap weapons from slot to slot, considering that they recommend you do that from the outset of the game. So I just thought that was a little funky. Hey buddy, what you doing? You getting carved into pieces? What a gosh darn shame. Come on, buddy. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. There we go. So, I think there was another chest over here somewhere. Yes, here it is. Delicious. A nice fancy guard top hat. There we go. Now, I was hoping this game would be a little bit more RPG-y. It definitely has like a more linear storyline to it, but I was hoping that maybe you could have it so that you go into a little bit of a sequence where if you wear the guard's clothing, they don't recognize you as the one escaped prisoner, which I thought was a little unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Sometimes doing combo slashes in multiple directions does not work in this game. So yeah, like, I like the story so far, in part because I really liked Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was all about these evil homunculi made from human souls or human blood or whatever discarded human body parts, and this is just a wraparound to the altar that we already unlocked. And they were trying to not take over the world, because they could already do that because they were immortal, but they were trying to become like eternal and all-powerful by getting stronger and stronger until you had no option but to obey them. Hey buddy, what you doing here? You getting murdered? Oh, that's just a darn shame. Just a gosh darn shame indeed. Come on, buddy. Come on. Do you want to meet what happened to your friend? Yeah, look. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at you. Yes. Who's got a fancy new sword for their birthday? You do. But if you drop your sword, it's gonna be mine. Oh yeah, that really smacked the shit out of you. So I'm also kind of curious, because I haven't gotten to a point where I can spend these points, but everything you do gives you Golden Amrita, which I'm assuming is this game's version of a currency that you're able to use to buy, like, stat upgrades and ability upgrades. But I haven't necessarily found a terrible lot of evidence of that so far. Oh yeah? You think anybody's going to listen and come to your aid, buckaroo? Because I'm sure not. Yeah, that guy, they yelled for help, but this guy over here doesn't even give a shit. He's just hanging out, patrolling. I'm almost surprised that this game immediately doesn't have some form of really assholey dog that can come try to kill you. I really am. But, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. So let's see. There is another shrine around here somewhere. I do know that from when I was experimenting before. But we also have the next giant butthole enemy, which takes the form of really meaty knights with actual knight armor and big honking battle axes, like the one that I am currently using to beat the shit out of them. So that is probably going to be a little bit annoying, to say the least. Good news is we got lucky and I found a really sweet battle axe, so I don't give a single fuck today. I'm gonna cut off your face. Ooh, hello, what is this? There is hidden bacon behind this box. There's a dead guy. Of course there's a dead guy. Pretty much everybody's dead. Oh, and he gives me a clue. So if I can get up to the top of the tower, one of these towers, I can get out of here. Alright. That's fair enough. So if I go through here, this is sort of another shortcut where you can open up this big old door here. And here's those other two annoying knights. And then we've got this lovely shrine where we can pray and set our spawn. And I think this is probably as good a point as any to stop for right now. So I, ladies and gentlemen, have been your host, Larry the Chupacabra. Thank you for joining me. We're going to be checking out Nioh in an ongoing capacity, sort of like I did with Bloodborne and other game titles on the channel. I hope you've enjoyed so far, and like any game like this, if you're playing ahead, if you've played this game yourself or seen someone else do something really cool, or know of any really sweet secrets, go ahead and give me all the tips and tricks that you want, because I love them. They are all so very, very helpful. So until next time, I've been your host, Larry the Chupacabra. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and toodaloo, everybody.